Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Ichiban's Fun Super Party. I'm Serious JG. His Fun Super Party currently involves taking over the business world of Yokohama. So let's see if there's any dialogue just to kick... Oh, excuse me. We can see if there's any dialogue to kick off this adventure. And honestly, what I could... Yeah, there isn't. Understood. Please continue to look after Ichiban Confections. So what I could have done between videos is... intentionally burned a ton of turns without making progress to see what happens if you fail to meet the conditions. Anyway, President Kasuga, I hope it's going to be another great day for business. Well, it's interesting to see what new people have become available, and we now have a new silver background warrior. One thing you'll notice if you're paying attention when I'm switching states is that I don't necessarily have the same lineup or even the same businesses. Because I went through the whole mode and got to level 100, and then as I was finding save spots where I was like, okay, if I do 2 or 3 more turns of business management, I'll get to the next thing that the folks at home haven't seen and can save there. I would occasionally just fall into playing the game and making decisions and firing people and replacing them. So there'll be a bit of that. Now, hopefully we don't waste a lot of time with me loading the wrong saves, but that is a distinct possibility. I beg your patience. It would take like 4 hours of me accidentally loading the wrong save before you would actually be a more efficient viewing experience to watch me go through this entire mode and not load saves to get to places we need to be at. So I think we want 5146 seems right. No, it might be 5413 actually. Let's see, we just cracked level 100 here. So if this is us about to crack level 50, because remember you're going rank 50, we're going down in numbers is good in this mode on the ranks, and otherwise the dollars you obviously want going up. But yeah, if we are about to crack 50 with our next shareholder meeting, then this is the right save slot. Would you like to return to managing the business? Yes.
Let's get down to business.
Yep. So we need to do 1 turn of open for business, because when you end that turn and the shareholder meeting is next, there is dialogue, so I don't want to just skip it. As you can see, we now have a Golden Ninja Warrior working for us, De Silva, a champion who has risen to immense popularity on the ground fighting scene. He's currently considered ways to get back to society using his beefed up stamina and formidable leg power. He hangs out until the end. His, I guess it's customer service is the little heart. That's exceptionally high. Like he's a bit of a one-hit wonder, but like I keep him around, and he's pretty much in all of my save slots. So anyway, we're going to be open for business. We'll do a turn of this. We own 4 businesses now, and as you can see, the chicken is the general manager of one of them. The chicken is worth a lot of notoriety points, which makes sense. So once you get into the green, it's pretty much worth it to be running the company. You really have to buy companies for a certain tier of the gameplay and sell them and buy something more expensive with more revenue potential. The only one you can't get rid of is Ichiban Confections. As you can see, it is our leader right now. By the end game, it is... like you've got properties earning at least 70 million a period, or they're not worth having. And then you still have Ichiban Confections up there earning 3. But it's the easiest one to level up. It's good until, almost mid-game. We are holding firm. Restaurants are no longer trending. Hot topic deep dive. We dig deep so you don't have to. President Kasuga, there's currently a promotion going on in Yokohama that supports up-and-coming corporations. Sales from these businesses are forecast to go up. We'd expect some profit this period. President Kasuga, our company mascot, Omelet, appeared on TV. This chicken gives no clucks. An interview gone foul. We received $5 million for her performance. She must have a great agent. Which we have nothing to do with, despite the fact that you own her and she's our corporate mascot. You don't know anything about her agent, huh? She booked this on her own?
Well, it's finally time for the shareholder meeting. Hopefully everything goes okay this time, but... Oh, no!
What's wrong?
Oh, this isn't good. I have gastric pain. Kasuga-san, Nakanawatari's here with the shareholders. He's bad news. He broke into a bank.
Nakanawatari? Who's that?
One of the mischievous three. He's been called the shareholder saboteur. He makes his way into the shareholder meetings of different businesses and lowers their share value, leaving them totally crushed by the end.
How is he allowed into the shareholder meeting if he doesn't own shares? I mean, if he owns shares, fine. If he buys a few shares just to get into the meeting and try to tank a company, that's pretty low. Sounds like a real piece of work. What's he doing here? Hen's got a real strut going. I love to watch her strut.
I don't know. I get the impression someone's not too happy with how our company's been doing lately.
I guess this is what Nick meant by dangerous territory.
Nakawatari's infamous for wreaking havoc with shouting and crude language. We should all make sure we're ready for whatever he throws our way. I doubt we can break out to the top 50 if we can't even handle Nakawatari.
Got it.
Nakanawatari. Right. Better batten down the hedges, then. I'm gonna fuck him up. Better check in with the chicken before we continue.
The meeting with Nakanawatari is coming up fast. If we don't get through this, we'll never make it to top 50. Let's give it all we got. All my sisters keep rising to the top.
So, yeah, basically, your share price will eventually just kind of... You hit a point where it's just maintained. Like, you can't break into the next level without winning shareholder meeting. It's usually a good idea to use auto care. It can be expensive, but just get everybody as happy as possible before you go in. We have a decent board in place. We now have the guy that I always thought of as being Hideo Kojima. We should check, see if anybody here is better than her and green powered. No, she actually remains useful for a fairly long time. Eventually you start getting gold and then these weird, like, pulsar-colored people, like Ichiban's background. Another weird thing is... Ooh, danger. Another thing is that Eri eventually shows up, but only once you reach level 1, which is weird. It's like, wait, now we're the number one business? Suddenly, now for the first time, I'm allowed to actually assign you to work a property? Alright, let's go into the shareholders meeting.
Consider the shareholders handled.
There's two approaches. You can kind of ignore him, try to answer other people's questions so he never gets a question, or you can try to defeat him. I haven't actually figured out how the, quote, hostile boss characters are any different or more dangerous than anyone else. But I eventually got pretty good at the shareholder meeting game.
Off with the financial report.
With plus 80, that's pretty damn good.
Thank you. Let's move on to the Q&A.
We've got questions, we've got answers. So she's got the lowest hit points, which means we just need to take her out. Because that pushes up to 100%. Now we're just playing defense. Okay, if it's going to take 3 to knock you off your perch, then I'll do that.
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Okay, now I just gotta kill time with this guy.
This is the time to ask.
The results are fine now, but I'm sure things they'll get worse sooner or later. What the hell? That's not much of an argument, friend.
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
See, now the problem is we'll barely have enough to contain him and not lose points. Oh, actually, turns out it's fairly easy. Never been better. That's kind of true.
This is the time to ask.
Now, I don't know why. You have 100% support. Things are doing great. He's still fawning apology is like the ultimate skill. I guess it's like making fun of Japanese corporate culture, but... See here, Lethal's recent I am back to being healthy and will update more screen. Please accept our humble apologies.
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
So we're not actually going to defeat him here. We're just going to play out for time, which is pretty much how this works. It's really difficult to beat all 5 shareholders.
Raise your hand if you have a question.
Let me say my
Maybe I will defeat him. With 0 seconds left on the clock, we have him charmed and clapping, talking about how much he loves our company.
This calls for a celebration.
Success. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
The meeting went great.
So he was there with his little buddy, but his buddy wasn't marked as a, Supreme Warrior super threat.
Ranking went up.
That's a lot of ranking points. The ranking increases get really, really fewer and far between when you get to mid-sized, large, and then top corporation. Top corporation, 10 to 20. There's not that many ranks to jump, but each one, you really almost never go up without a shareholder meeting. So the game pace slows down when you get to the top. You're really scraping for every boost. Fair enough. I mean, you get your character. Like, if all you wanted was Eri as a character, you're done at this point. The only reason to do the rest of it is to see out the plot line, which doesn't even count as a sub-story when it's completed. You're just seeing out that plot line, and then it turns into a really good way to make money for Ichiban. I haven't quite decided if playing this game is really fair. Like, everyone said how it's an incredible way to make money. I still think, save-scumming high-stakes poker is pretty damn fast, too. But by the time you've invested the time in this mode, you make a ton of money at the very top level.
Phew, we made it through, Kasuga-san. The top 50's as good as ours.
You can call him Kasuga-kun. I mean, come on, you guys are buds now. You've joined Team Package.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that? Damn it! Yeah, that's too bad, Nakanawatari-san. Looks like you couldn't stop us. He was actually charmed by the end. Shit, how could I let this happen?
Excuse me.
Why were you trying to sabotage us?
Any rivals, we smash them. That is, was, and always will be our rule. Right guy who only has a purple shirt because you haven't ranked up in our company? Yeah. What? They're part of the Velvet Underground. Or not Velvet. It's Violet would be purple. Velvet doesn't mean purple, JJ. This is Yokohama, not some safe, cushy dreamland where everybody holds hands and helps each other out. You see a potential threat, you squash them like a bug. That's just how it goes. The hell? That's stupid. Why not just mind your own business and compete fair and square? Huh. Take the other racers out of the race and you won't even have to run. I might have lost this round, but next time you won't be so lucky. I'll keep coming back. You better watch yourselves. I don't know that we ever fight them in combat, but I have a feeling we would beat the shit out of them. I guess this business is pretty cutthroat, huh?
Yes. I'd heard rumors, but I never imagined it would be like this. It's highly likely that those guys Nakawanatari will keep coming from us. It's highly likely the guys like Nakawanatari will keep coming from now on. We'll have to be on our guard.
Yeah, good plan. Yeah, brilliant strategy there, General Patton. Son of a bitch, I read your book. You have no place in this place of honor. I don't remember the line now properly. You have no right to sit in this place of honor. Son of a bitch is a coward. Well, I guess he hasn't retreated.
It seems Nakawanatari has failed.
I see. How useless. Just as I predicted. Allow me to ask, Psyche. If I leave this in your hands, what's the probability that you'll take them down?
Hi.
99.9%, of course. I see. Then I'll leave it to you. Destroy them. This marketplace is mine. Those that pose a threat, I'll crush. It's company policy, after all. Leave it to me. Where's that red statue out to the side? Is he like a member of House Lannister? I thought it looked like a lion from some angle. It seems this Ichiban Kasuga is quite capable. Nick set his sights on him. He must not be as stupid as he looks. Well, it wouldn't be any fun otherwise. It's been a while since we had to put anyone in their place.
Hi.
This is true.
Looks like I found myself a new plaything. Actually, it's probably a dragon, that statue over there. Maybe he's in House Targaryen. Like I said, I don't know why I started binge-watching Game of Thrones, but I did it. It got me through a lot of save-scumming poker.
We did it. We're in the top 50 of the share price ranking. We fulfilled our promise to Nixon.
Okay.
Nixon? Weren't we on his enemies list? Yeah, that means we're the real deal now. Bill McNeil.
It does. At the very least, we're well past small time. We're big time. We're all standing in line.
Impressive as always, boyfriend. We should celebrate. Sounds great to me. Let me go call up Nick.
Yes.
Sure, please do. Invite him to come get drunk with us. We're gonna go party on the big boat.
Nick usually calls me. So you made your way into the top 50. You're sitting among the best of the best now. And just what I'd expect from you, Yuji boy. Oh, thanks to you. Now let's get right into the next conditions. You will accept them, and I'll invest. Same as before. All right, let's hear them. No time limit for this one. Get in the top 20 of the share price ranking. So this would not be the time. If I wanted to just fail to see what happens, this would not be the time to do it.
Got it.
All right, sure. Can't say I expected no time limit, though. You sure you wanted to give me something that easy? Don't get ahead of yourself. While it's true there's no time limit for this one. Sorry. I do have allocation. Condition 2. I want you to move your headquarters. You want us to move? That's right. If you're to break into the top 20, you'll need to expand the business even further. You're going to need a lot more employees from here on out. I really did find employee expense becomes trivial by the end, but I still just had this itch if I had people who weren't employed in a slot. And whatever you have right now is far too grand for that. Take my word for it and make the move. Well, my active employees will be at the businesses they work, not hanging around here. Yeah, but look, this place holds a lot of memories for Ichi and her family and stuff. I can't just jump the gun without asking them first. I understand how you feel, but sometimes a president has to make cruel decisions for the sake of the company. Well, the shareholders, I know that, but still. You're entering dangerous territory now. Drop your guard, and you're a dead man. Dead man! You'll end up hanging around stock still in the shower. I think this might get posted before that does. Dead man. Well then, adios. I don't even know what I have said because JG missed it. And he takes his first sleep in days. Damn it, Nick. Damn it all, Chaozu. Sorry, it's like, even if you were familiar with DBZ, that reference won't mean anything to you. It's totally some dumb shit Bobo and I used to say. And apparently still do. Received 100 million yen in support from Nick Ogata. So he's really stuck on this. Like, he thinks it's going to devastate the move.
You don't look too happy.
And it's now actually voice acted.
You okay?
Are you
I've heard of a
okay?
lunch term, but that thing's ridiculous.
My hair's always
Piccolo.
been like this.
It wasn't in the first
I
chapter.
got some new conditions from Nick.
Is that right? So, what are they?
Listen, guys, don't make fun of his hair, his ethnic hair. That is his natural hair, and it's beautiful. All right? Get your white privilege off his hair, you Asian people.
Top 20 in the share price ranking. And he wants us to move the HQ.
And the BK. This is the second floor of the building that they already own. I mean, they don't have to... Huh? It's not like they're selling the place. They can come back here for, like, parties and shit. Parties. Like, they could have sharehold... Like,
So,
this could be, like, a part of their corporate culture to come to the old office.
Fancy new building?
That about sums it up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you don't wanna.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talked.
Agreed. Didn't even think about how you two felt.
You actually did
There's
immediately
no point in
think
making our
about
company
that.
bigger than it needs to be. What's important is to keep Ichiban Confections the way it is. Making you
Well,
guys move was selfish of me.
that was not a particularly capitalist approach, but
Fast.
if you're not growing, you're dying. That's what I was always told when I was in grad school. Not that I went into business management, but...
I'll go talk with Nick. We won't be needing any more investments. Ichiban Confections gonna stay right here. We'll focus on protecting the original.
Whoa!
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, man. That was a question mark block.
Huh?
Moving is gonna be amazing! Finally!
I've been stuck on my
newly
one
built
position
building
forever.
is just what we need! Ah!
This is great! And it just so happens there's a property I've secretly had my eyes on.
My secret
It's a
eyes.
high-rise office building near the station. How about we try there?
What?
Hey, hold up a sec. You sure about this? You really want to move?
Of course we do. We were a pretty big company before we got duped and had everything taken from us. This move is the first step to making our glorious return. New building, new building.
Okay,
She's
then.
pretty into
I
it.
guess that settles it. Let's check out this high-rise.
Yeah, bitches.
That's right. And while we're at it, why don't we change the company name too?
The name?
We're doing a lot more than just sweets now. If we stay Ichiban Confections, it might make us sound like we're neglecting our other businesses.
Yeah, like how
True.
Coca-Cola changed
If
its
we're
name
known
to
as nothing but
Coca
confectionery,
Holdings.
Who knows what opportunities we might miss out on?
Yeah.
You guys really don't care about the culture you've built, do you?
What should the new name be?
Team
What
package.
about
I don't know what that.
Ichiban Holdings?
Fuck.
How's that sound?
You just want to be Ichiban
Companies
held,
that
don't
deal
you?
in more than one line of business often refer to themselves as so-and-so holdings.
Ichiban Holdings, huh? Sounds pretty amazing. I'm cool with that. What about you, Granny?
That's fine by me. I'm a sucker for capitalism.
How about you, Omelet?
Again, it's a question from
Cool
Omelet.
then. That's that. We're moving on.
I
up.
choose to
Change
interpret
the name to Ichiban Holdings.
Omelet's craw as
Ichiban
approval.
Holdings. Yes. It's very fitting, if I do say so myself.
Well, you came up with a name. You
Okay,
better like it.
Just leaves finding a new place.
Oh, we'll handle that. Just leave it to us.
Are you sure?
Definitely. You haven't been in town all that long, Kasuga-san.
I know that you've made the decisions that have made it successful. Let's stay the fuck out of
A
this.
little bit better than you.
Just leave it to us. We'll find the best place possible.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I don't get to
seriously,
decide.
Leave it to us.
I thought I was the main
We'll find
character
a nice,
and the CEO.
cost-effective property.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
because you're a Star Wars character in secret. No, that is one. Terry Pratchett book brought it to my attention because it's one of those things that you're aware of subconsciously. The sound of a group of women laughing is one of the most terrifying things in a pit of a man's soul to hear, because there's always a part of him that suspects they're laughing at him. So you get this literal group of hens here are just like laughing away.
Welcome to Ichiban Holdings.
Welcome to my home party. I guess we teleport here. I thought I was going to get a chance to check on the... Well, she won't be at the bar, but... No, she's in our party. She should be at the bar if we go there.
Wow. This new building is great. And look at all the office buildings. What a view.
Yeah, great view of other office buildings. Actually, an office building on the
I dare say
water
you've
like that
added
must be
another 10
fucking
years to my
expensive.
life. Isn't that great, Omelet?
Oh, that's a statement from
we
Omelet
kinda
there.
made it big overnight, didn't we? Still, this building.
That's what you get for beating
I'm guessing
fat
it's
purple
set
jacket
back a
guy.
bit.
Well,
Come on, quit hiding behind those smiles. How much was it? It was expensive, wasn't it?
Nope. Nah. Perfectly affordable. Isn't that right, Granny?
Help me with my lie.
That's right. Not expensive at all. Dirt cheap. Nothing you need to worry about, boyfriend.
Oh, I just remembered. We have some business to attend to. If you'll excuse us.
I mean, how can we not know how much the place cost? Oh,
What's this?
he's found it on the floor under a chair.
10 billion?
The dig is up.
You two, I thought we were going for cost effective.
Did you buy the building?
Sad, right? Right?
Well, we, you know,
I'm real sorry. That was the original plan, but we got kind of greedy. Still, everybody's got their weaknesses, right? Nothing we can do about it
Well,
now.
you could break the lease. I mean, did we
There
buy that
were
whole
a lot
building?
of add-ons that we thought were necessary, and we ended up at the 10 billion mark.
Ended up at... You gotta be kidding me! Man, we still have to get into the top 20, too. This is gonna be rough.
Well, that's okay. We're bound to open ourselves up to doing more business, thanks to our move and all these big upgrades.
That
We'll be fine.
makes sense.
We can make it all back in no time.
Work.
That's right. It's just an upfront investment.
This is all story and it's fun dialogue, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually affect our numbers at all in the game, in the mini game.
Whatever you want to call it. I admit that I like the new building. Go big or go home, right?
Okay, go home if you
We're gonna
suck.
rake
If
it
you're
in and
scared,
make
so
this
you
company
scared.
so damn big, even this building won't be enough.
We're gonna
That's the right attitude,
get.
Kasuga-san. I'll be giving it 110% from
All my
here
associates
on
keep
out.
rising to the top.
Happy to hear it. All right,
100% correct,
let's
Mean
do it
Gene.
big. Where smiles are number one.
To
Ichiban
Ichiban
Holdings.
I was waiting for the end to come in there. Company name change to Ichiban Holdings. Property management limit increased from 4 to 5. Employee limit increased from 25 to 40. Although, again, you don't need 25 to even win the damn game. Matter of fact, you have 20. Like, the only reason you would have 25 is if you had people with terrible business management stats but awesome corporate shareholder stats. And I didn't really ever find that a problem. Matter of fact, by the time you got Ichiban Confections up and running, with all the upgrades, it barely needs anyone to manage it. It takes care of itself. So, like, if you got people whose stats are crap for managing business, but they're great in the mini game, or the corporate shareholder games, then honestly, what you need to do is just put them at Ichiban Confections. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is... Oh, silver briefcase. I'm actually going to leave that. Because if I grab it now, it won't be on our save later. So there's not a lot of point. But I do need to try to remember to grab that later. I was coming this way in the hopes of avoiding combat. That doesn't look like it's going to work out. Battle against these guys might be kind of bad news, actually. Because... Ares level is very low to be here. Alright, so all I'm doing to wrap this video up is going to... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done this because now I'll want to come back and make sure there's no special dialogue that happens the first time you start business mode in the new... Because there might be. You never quite know. It's either at the very beginning or very end of each stretch of the business mode that you're likely to run into new little dialogue scenes. And sometimes they're very short, but I want to try to show them all off. Are you in mid-step, or are you just striking a sexy pose there, Psycho? Anyway. Maybe we are going the wrong way. Apparently it wasn't a very comfortable taxi, because they're all like... All I'm really doing here is checking to see does anything happen at the bar with her, like ever. And I don't think it ever does. I think it's always like she's just there because she's a character in your party, but I don't think... No, I don't want to do this yet. I don't think anything happens. We really... You know what we need to do? And there probably is one. I need to just wander around and find a cab outside of... Well, again, it won't matter. I'll keep loading states where I don't have it. It's weird. You have to find the cabs before they appear on your map. The cabbies will not tell you that you can be dropped off at these places. Not that real-life cabs work like that. Here's a list of places I'm willing to take you now that you have hailed this cab. But, Oh, you know what? Chinatown. Ching Chong China... Sorry. That was a reference, but it probably... is still something I shouldn't be saying. This wrestling website I wrote for years ago. This is for fun, and man, WWF and the Attitude Era got a little racist sometimes. Like they had this whole gimmick where Where's Ichiban Holdings? Yeah. There's probably a taxi cab right there if you're paying attention. But like many years ago in the Attitude Era, they would have, you know, The Rock did a whole thing when he was wrestling against Eddie Guerrero, where he's like a parody version of La Bamba about Eddie Guerrero and his hilarious Hispanicness. But there was one point, I don't remember what, like it might have been Tajiri, I don't know who he was getting ready to wrestle, but he started going ching chong, like about an Asian wrestler. The Rock, that is, like super popular mainstream movie star who is not usually considered a racist asshole. Oh, this battle's going to take a little work, too. Okay. Oh, fat stack slap. Let's see what that is. When the enemy doesn't want to listen, they need to be slapped harder, and that requires a fatter stack of cash. Yeah, let's go for Giga Swing instead. We'll have plenty of time to check all those out eventually. There we go. Giga Swing was the way to go. Let's see what you got. Send by chop. Damage an enemy by slamming them with a giant rice cracker. Rolling kick. Damage an enemy by using backward roll to gain momentum. Deals increased damage. Flying crane by throwing scissors at them, which may leave them bleeding. Oh, nice. Then photo blink. Shine your smartphone's light into an enemy, which might lower their accuracy. Healing vibrations. Area recovers HP by enjoying a soothing massage. We'll have to see that at some point, but for now... I did not realize it was a square button thing, or I would have started on that earlier. Well, it didn't do much damage, but it sure left him bleeding. Oh, we now see that she has, like, Chinitai flips as her attack. A brand new Torrenter was stolen. Yeah, she will rank up very quick in these fights. I'm getting stronger every day. But of course that won't matter. Like the next time we load, she may or may not have some experience that she's gained in battle. Doesn't look like it'll be that hard to remember that this place... Oh, never mind. It's in the... Well, let's see what it is. Guard booster, so it's not the end of the world, I think, if we forget to pick that up later, but I believe we got to be on the ground floor to get it. No, never mind. Here we go. Go to the top floor. This video is going a little longer than I was supposed to. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss any dialogue in the bar or here.
Kasuga-san, would you like to return to managing the business?
Return to management. Alright.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
That's another great day for
There
business.
doesn't appear to be anything special going on. We got new silver class warriors, including Hattori the Ninja, a former ninja performer for a certain amusement park. Due to the declining birth rate, the park saw less and less attendance, leading to its closure. Life became much harder for him as a result. Aww. We got various Yakuza thug-looking guys. Well, this guy's not Yakuza. Passionate is about the dance scene. He doesn't take lessons and instead watches dance videos online every single day, a time he calls his learning period. But we do have a former Yakuza. After considering the recent changes in his community, he decided to return to life as an accepted member of society. He has a bizarre tendency to look at things objectively, which I like, actually. And an admirer of the Yakuza, he eventually managed to join an organization. However, after being ordered to carry out a hit, he quickly sought a change in career. Doesn't appear to be a reason to play from this slot any further. But this is a terrible slot from which us to see what from which for us to see what happens if you fail Nick Ogata's challenge. So we won't be using it for that purpose. What we are going to do is call it a video. I'm going to actually have time to make sure we have not had any trouble so far, but I want to make sure I pick the right save slot to come from. So by the time you rejoin me, gentle viewer, my friends in the digital age, we should be at the near the end of this stretch, where we're about to go from, I think, rank 40 to rank 20 or whatever it is. See you guys next time.